Coming at you live from the Nissan Cube. Here with Joe Richey this morning. He's got a lot on his mind, and unfortunately, Joe, we got to keep this one semi-brief. Joe, you've got a lot going on in your life right now, and honestly feel blessed to be a part of it. You know, becoming best friends as of, what?
3 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
You know, it's fresh, hot off the press.
We're best friends, man.
But learned a lot about this guy. And as most of you know, he's helped a lot of people as well through his coaching career, teaching, and just overall just being a pleasure to be around. You know, it's your show, Joe. We're trying to raise some money to help support for those medical bills.
Right. Medical bills for what, you might ask. So first and foremost, I love that you stole the moniker "Coming at You Live" because that's kind of what I've started. You know,
oh, you were supposed to say that?
No, man. I like that you just.
You told me to say it.
Bro, you went 10 to 2 and you said "Coming at You Live." Come on with it.
I'm just gonna drive.
It's been a journey, you know, but as they say, it's a marathon, not a sprint, ladies and gentlemen. I was diagnosed with cecal colon cancer. Let me just take a hard turn. Cecal colon cancer in January of 2023, and since then, I've had a pretty enormous 5-hour surgery in February in Houston of 2023, where they extracted the initial golf ball sized tumor. It was right outside of my large intestine. They found it through a colonoscopy. I have 3 active tumors that are deep within my pelvis. They're so deep in the pelvis that it's very, very difficult for surgery. It's very dangerous surgery. So now where do we go from here, you know? So
what is it that allows you to keep going and stay positive?
That's a good question.
You know, understanding that you do have a very serious cancer.
You know, there's no right or wrong way to do this. I think we're all imperfect human beings, man. That's what makes us buddies. You know, as far as I hope the people around me aren't, man, I need to be this way for Joe today. No, for what I need is just people to just, man, give me a hug, man. Like just be, you know, like you said, be positive, show laughter. Maybe you can crack a joke, you know, of course, an appropriate joke.
Right. Yeah. No,
so, but you know, just
that was one time.
The fellowship, you know. So there's a lot of diet restrictions. There's no sugar. There's no. So that takes away my apple pie and my chocolate chip cookies. There's no. So there's, you know, as a Richey and as a Puerto Rican, as especially Dan and Jesse Richey's son. Food, man. I always took great pleasure in food, and going, like, I eat like a horse, man. I'm healthy, right? Going about what you just said previous to, when we first met, you had no idea I had cancer. That is exactly how I like it, man, because I've never wanted people to feel sorry for me, right? I never wanted people to like, oh man, poor Joe. No, man, people have it way worse than I do. I'm just trying to live, right? But people would not know that I have cancer unless I tell them that I have cancer, and that's important to me. That's vital. So how do I make it day to day? Got a beautiful wife. I have 3 beautiful children, and to be honest, you know, it has a lot to do with just I have awesome siblings. You know, my little brother has just been like my right hand man. That's my day one, man. That's my soldier. You know, yeah. Everybody has their people that they can rely on, man. You know, you need those people, man. Like the people,
ride or die.
Yeah, the ride or die. You know, whether they ride a Cube or they ride an F-150. You know what I mean? We're riding. You know what I mean?
So, and we friend hard. We hug even harder because at the end of the day, you know, we're all dying.
Right.
You know, we all have an expiration date, and I think what's been a breath of fresh air for me is it's helped me appreciate the days more.
Yeah.
You know, because I constantly have you on my mind, and I'm thinking, well, you know, this could be his last, it could be my last.
Yeah.
Like we can't waste time not loving and caring and being merciful towards people and forgiving people, because we all have an expiration date, you know, at some point.
Yeah.
You know, does it get you thinking about long-term impact? So it's like, what do you want your legacy to be?
That's a loaded question, and I'm glad you asked that because it kind of has my wheels turning. So I will say this, and you know, I've never allowed these doctors to give me any kind of percentage, any kind of life expectancy, because people believe that, man. People believe that. Okay, so legacy terms. How do I want to be remembered? What is Joseph Daniel Richey's legacy going to be? For me, it's about kindness. It's about how do you treat people. It's about how do you treat other human beings. And on top of that, if I want people to truly know me, I want them to first first and foremost be, man, that dude was a Christian, right? Like, he believed in Jesus Christ, and throughout his life, he helped others know that, hey, like, he was so exuberant, he was so joyful in life that he brought others to Christ just by living, by breathing, right? So secondly, I want people to understand that Daniel Wesley Richey, my dad, and Jesse Vacasso Richey were paramount importance. Like your mom and dad, man. Like, I just want people to remember me and be like, man, you know, we're not surprised because his mom and dad were such wonderful people, right? So, I mean, my dad was a supreme leader, you know, and then my mother was the closest piece to heaven that I was so blessed to have my mom as my mother. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's unbelievable, the amount of blessings upon blessings. And, you know, my prayer, everybody talks about prayer warriors or prayer, you know, it's just like, I've got people in my circle right now that I can text or call, and it'll absolutely get streamlined, you know, prayer requests, or hey, Joe needs prayers. That's all it takes, man. And the power of prayer is real, you know, it's very real. So the last thing I'll say is, man, I just want to be I want to be a really good husband, and I want to be a really, really good dad. And that's what I want. My legacy, my children, I want them to be so proud that I'm their dad, you know. And what keeps me motivated, what keeps me going is I want to walk my daughter down the aisle. She's 2 years old, you know. So my wife and I will celebrate 3 years on February 12th. It's joyful, most happiest 3 years of my entire life, you know. So, man, I'm so thankful to have you as a friend, and your legacy has to be about how you treat others, right? How are you as a man and as a leader?
Well said.
Thank you.
Very well said.
And go Tigers! I want all the while. Go Tigers!
Yeah, you are
Come on,
pretty hard.
Yeah. I don't want there to be any doubt. I mean, my shoes are purple. Wait for it.
Can they see it? There you go.
Wow, that flexibility.
That's a real foot.
I still got it.
We didn't
I
pull
still
that
got
in
it.
from outside.
I'm leaving my foot on
Joe,
the
be
dash.
careful.
It's gonna be fine.
You know what it is?
Oh man,
he's just
stretching
he doesn't
it
know
out.
what to do with all the room in this car. And he's just like, I can do things.
They can't make these. There's no way.
No. It's true.
We're about to hit the golf course, ladies and gentlemen.
So we're gonna wrap this video up because shortly after I'm gonna hit the gas and just show him the amount of torque in this thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that on
with
tape.
a torn growing because my foot's still on the dash.
Yeah, but I know we've got a fundraiser going on too.
Oh yeah, man.
I know we were going to talk about that again. No planes landed whatsoever.
The one reason we want to do this call, I'm over here crying.
So, but I'm going to post that link.
Fight for Joe. Buy a T-shirt. Look.
Fight for Joe T-shirt.
Fight for Joe T-shirt. It's a Carolina blue with navy blue writing. This T-shirt was created in Jennings, Louisiana. The JDP. Shout out to the JDP. But Dawn Augustine, that's my girl. The shirt's amazing. It goes to a good cause. It will help feed my children, and my children are hungry. Okay.
They're hungry. So we'll post the link, guys. More importantly, thank you for taking the time to hear his story, and hopefully, you've pulled some things out of that. And I know it's been a long time since we posted a Cube combo, but we needed to take advantage of this. And Joe, so glad, so happy to have you in the
coming
Cube,
at you live, baby.
Finally,
let's go.
Finally, hey, we're gonna go off and have the best day ever. Why don't you join us?